Dogs who you wanted at the plate in big moments. They come up clutch. They have that veteran presence. They don't get distracted or nervous from the
rather 15th stolen base of the season with Portland. And now the Sea Dogs with 2 in scoring position, 2 away for winning. A 1. This is low and inside, and the count evens 1-1. Nellie Taylor tagging at third. Maddox readies the 1-1. Swing and a fly ball hit left center field gap. Peterson racing over, and it is caught by the outfielders, and the Sea Dogs come up empty. They strain a pair of runners, but take the 2-0 lead at the top of the third on the Sea Dogs Radio Network, presented by Verizon.
You can't see the heritage that goes back over 100.
This Saturday, from historic Rickwood Field, a diverse roster of high school players look to take their game to the next level. The Hank Aaron Invitational Showcase Game. This Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern on MLB Network.
3-1. Swung on and rocked off the glove of the third baseman Guzman. 5th in homers. He swings and a liner deep out to left on the run. 1-2. Grimm swings, line drive, right field, base hit. 1-1. Freeman will score. Bride's right behind him. Grimm looking for a triple. He's ready and deals. Yeah. Grimm swings and drives it. Blaine Grimm has hit for the cycle.
You can own a piece of the minor league game. MILB Auctions lets you bid on game used and autographed bats, balls, jerseys, and more, with items added all season long. Want a piece of the minor league game? Visit MILBauctions.com.
From the front office to all the scouts.
1-1 is grounded towards third. Albertus steps on it himself, goes to Boughton, on to Flores. That's a triple play. Wow. What a way to escape a 2-on, nobody out jam for Joyce Diffie. Juan Ortuño grounds into the first triple play.
Bit of a foggy night here in Portland, Maine on Harry Potter night. Sea Dogs, though, leading 2-0 over the Harrisburg Senators. You got a good battle of Gryffindor versus Slytherin tonight. So far, the good guys are out in front. TJ White to lead things off. 8-9-1 due up for the Senators. Sea Dogs have had no shortage of base runners. Looks like there's no shortage of Harry Potter books.
no shortage.
White in on the right side. First pitch. Swing and a fly ball. Right side and foul for strike one. Do you have a favorite book?
Ooh. I love the fourth book because I love a tournament. I feel like as a sporty girl,
yeah.
You've got to love the fourth book, the Tri-Wizard Tournament.
The 0-1. Swing and a drive, deep center field. Blaze on the run back, still going back into the fog, and he makes the catch at the wall. What a play by Miguel Blaze, battling the lights, the fog, magical catch for the center fielder.
That was such a tough play. Cannot emphasize enough. He needed to take a perfect route while tracking that ball through the fog, and it just kept on carrying with this wind a factor as well, blowing it towards the left side of center field. That was an excellent play for Miguel Blaze. His pitcher, Aiden Mullins, was pretty fired up about it.
First pitch to Jonathan Thomas. Pitch misses low and outside. Ball one is even more fog is rolling in as if to say, all right, Miguel, we saw that one pitch. Let's make it a little bit, or that last catch, let's make it a little bit more difficult. There's the 1-0. This is high and inside, ball two.
What about you, Emma, as you make your way through the books? Do you have a favorite so far?
I know. I've only gotten through the first four. I kind of like the Chamber of Secrets.
That's fair.
Second one.
Yeah.
Here's the 2-0. Called strike. I feel like there was a tinge in your voice of judgment, but that's okay.
It's when I was younger, I was really scared by that book, and I was scared by the movie. So it was my least favorite movie for a while.
There's the 2-1, misses outside, ball 3.
So I was just waiting for a snake to petrify me, from the bathroom mirror. So
that's understandable.
Rewatching the movie as an adult, I love it. I love the third one with the hippogriffs.
Yes, here's the 3-1, swing and a miss, strike 2, and the count goes full.
Just wait till book 5. I find book 5, though it's the longest book by a pretty good margin, to be underrated.
All right. We've got the off-season on the horizon. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a foul ball back over our heads. I did a little Wingardium Leviosa up over the booth. We made sure that it didn't hit us.
Appreciate you, Emma. Expecto Patronum, put up a shield around the booth.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. And the pitch. Just misses low and inside. That's ball 4. Thomas works the 1-out walk in the top of the 3rd inning. Back to the top of the batting order with Sam Peterson. And Hayden Mullins has just been dominant ever since the last time he faced Sam Peterson. Issued a walk to Peterson in the 1st inning. Since then, has retired 7 in a row until the walk by Thomas. Now back top of the order to Peterson with 13 home runs, 46 RBI, 16 doubles, leads the team in all 3 of those categories. First pitch. This is low and inside, ball 1. One ball, no strikes, the count. And the pitch. This is inside. Ball 2. Hayden Mullins with the Sea Dogs' 2nd season. I think he's a little bit used to Maine weather. He was here on opening day with snow. Been here with the heat, now with the fog. Definitely a bit of an odd night weather-wise. Here's the 2-0. Swing and a miss. Goes high and inside with the sinker that time. Peterson out of Iowa, and I assume his family is in town. I saw a lot of Iowa hats on the concourse. Here's the 2-1. This is high and inside, ball 3. But right now ranked as the number 21 prospect in the Nationals organization.
Peterson was pretty electric at Iowa. That 2021 All Big Ten season of his, I called one of his games at Northwestern, and he was just on fire.
3-1. Called strike 2 as it goes high and inside. Count goes full. 2nd consecutive full count worked here in the top of the 3rd. Mullins looks to first. The payoff. Called strike 3, goes inside with another slider. Freezes Peterson. Mullins up to 5 strikeouts, and that takes care of the 2nd out here in the top of the 3rd. There's Cortland Lawson, the shortstop.
Mullins looking very calm under pressure there. Falls down in the count. Puts those last few at the edges of the zone, but well within the zone, not risking that ball 4 call.
The first pitch misses low and outside, but a check swing, and Lawson went around for strike 1. Runner tags at first. Still a really close game. Tying run is at the plate for Harrisburg. Thomas leads off at first as Mullins comes set. First pitch. This is inside, and the count evens 1-1. Another sinker from the lefty Mullins.
Sea Dogs infield, pulled to the left side against the right-hander.
1-1. Low, ball 2. Good shot from our high home camera of current situation with the fog. Pretty spooky.
It looks like the concession smoke has covered the entire field.
We've been grilling all day. There's a 2-1. Inside, that hits Lawson. And now the Senators will have the tying run at first and the go-ahead run at the plate. Ran inside, hit Lawson on the side of his front left knee, it looked like. Now stands at first with Thomas at second and Bossier at the plate. Bossier 0 for 1, struck out swinging in the first. Lefty-lefty matchup. Mullins looks back to second. The pitch. Misses low, ball 1.
If you're Harrisburg, this is who you'd want at the plate right now. Had a 10-hit series last week with a home run and 6 doubles.
Mullins has the signs from Rosario. 1-0. Swing and a miss. Goes high and in with the slider, and the count evens 1-1. Mullins, a quick look back to second. And the pitch. Runner at second is off. Throw down to third. Is just wide of the bag. A good catch by Jack Winne, but the tag is not applied in time. Thomas steals third. His 22nd stolen base of the season. And now there are runners on the corners, but just a great jump by Thomas. And so fast down the line. Jack Winne, you see, made the catch, but it's not in time. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. The pitch. Foul ball left side, out of play.
There's a reason it's really rare to see someone steal third base when there's a lefty at bat, because the catcher has a perfect view and a perfect lane to throw. And that jump, as you said, Emma, was so good that he was there well in time.
Mullins looks to first again. The 1-2. High and inside, and the count evens 2-2. Goes with the fastball, but it gets away from him. Mullins sets. 2-2. Swing and a liner to right field, a base hit. Thomas scores, and that's an RBI single for Bossier in the top of the third. Harrisburg is on the board. They trail 2-1. RBI number 24 for Bossier, and the inning continues for Kervin Pichardo, who's 0 for 1 against Mullins tonight. But the tying run now in scoring position at second base. Go ahead run at first, and now time is called. Rosario will head out to talk with Mullins.
McDonough was close to making that catch, laid out like Superman, trying to leap up and come down with it, but it was still about a foot over his glove. Hit 97 miles an hour off the bat. Infield had no chance at that.
So Rosario heads back to the plate after a quick chat with Mullins, and Mullins had a good at-bat against Pichardo. Pichardo challenged him a bit, worked the count full, but then the at-bat resulted in a ground out to end the inning. Stands in on the right side as Mullins looks back to second. The pitch. Hits it hard and foul, third base side for strike 1. First pitch slider, low and inside to the right-hander in Pichardo, and that is where Mullins had seen a lot of success in these early innings. That low and inside to right-handers, alternating from a slider and then speeding up to a sinker. 0-1. Low and inside, and the count evens 1-1. Both base runners tag up. Bossier at first and Lawson at second. 2 outs, top of the third. Portland leading 2-1. The pitch. This is outside, and the count falls to 2-1. Mullins leans in, looking into Rosario behind the plate. Now steps off. Two balls, one strike. And the pitch. Swing and a foul tip, and the count evens 2-2.
Emma, despite the fog, we've got a packed house in here tonight. It looks like nearly every seat is full. You know, just like the Great Hall of Hogwarts on the first day of school.
Without the candles hanging from the ceiling, of course.
Or the food that magically shows up on the table.
There's the 2-2. Just misses low and outside, and the count goes full. All we need is owls to appear and drop in little treats and notes and letters. And it is truly like the Great Hall. Time called again now by Pichardo as he steps out. So again, a good at-bat between Pichardo and Mullins. Here with 2 outs, top of the third, tying run for Harrisburg at second. The 3-2. Swing, and he taps it foul. Both runners were off with the pitch. They return.
I mean, if Owls are dropping off presents, I want a Nimbus 2000. My Quidditch season is coming up, Emma.
It's right around the corner. That's what we do in the off season.
And I'm going to recruit some of these guys to be my beaters.
Ah, that's a good one. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 goes inside with the fastball. And Mullins gets out of the jam, ends the inning with another strikeout. We head to the bottom of the third. Portland still leading 2-1 on the Sea Dogs Radio Network, presented by Verizon.
We got it all, where kids of all ages can still have a ball. Funtown is home for family fun, and Splashtown's the coolest place under the sun. A lifetime of memories waiting for you in Saco, Maine. We're gonna party with you. The great American family comes to play at Funtown, Splashtown, USA.
You come to credit union to work because you actually...
This Saturday, from historic Rickwood Field, a diverse roster of high school players look to take their game to the next level. The Hank Aaron Invitational Showcase Game. This Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern on MLB Network.
Sometimes artifacts in the collection at the Hall of Fame could tell multiple stories. This is the earliest known Yankees baseball cap in existence. It tells a story of a very early baseball cap and of a guy who just had a cup of coffee in the big leagues. But there's actually a hidden story inside this cap. There's another name written in the cap. So who's Dolan?
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
You can own a piece of the minor league game. MILB Auctions lets you bid on game used and autographed bats, balls, jerseys, and more, with items added all season long. Want a piece of the minor league game? Visit MILBauctions.com.
To the shortstop, Lawson fires over to first for the first down at the bottom of the third. It's giving the Forbidden Forest kind of vibes. You don't know what you're going to see out there beyond the trees.
Emma, I was saving that reference for when I'm on play-by-play. Look at that, right there.
Oh, man. Here is Johan Fran Garcia.
But we're on the same page. You know, I got to give it to you.
Well, hopefully the fog will move through quickly because it is getting a little bit heavier. It's the first pitch to Garcia. This is low and outside for ball 1. Sea Dogs with a 1-run lead over the Senators. First time these two teams have seen each other this season. Here's the 1-0. This is high and inside, and the count falls to 2-0. Senators come in 48-46 on the year, 14-11 in the second half. Sea Dogs at 51-44 on the season, and 16-11 in the second half as well. Now Garcia gives it a ride, deep left field. Thomas on the run, just at the wall. He makes the catch. And Garcia goes down with the fly out for the second out in the bottom of the third inning. But that one looked good off the bat and very encouraging to see from your power hitter coming off the injured list this afternoon.
Looked good, sounded good. This fog cannot have helped that ball fly through the air. I would say it probably slowed it up a little. That ball really looked like it died in the air and still made it all the way to the wall.
So 2 away for Ronald Rosario. First pitch, high and inside with the fastball for ball 1. Infield and outfield playing straight away for the right-handed hitter. 0 for 1 against Riley Maddox, struck out in the first. The 1-0. High and inside, ball 2. Riley Maddox has had traffic in every inning so far, but now looks to have settled in, has retired his last 3 batters he's faced in a row. The 2-0, right down the middle, a called strike. Maddox with 3 strikeouts through 2 2/3, along with a couple of walks. He comes set. Here's the 2-1. Low and outside, ball 3.
Maddox has had a pretty solid start to Double-A. In his Double-A debut, gave up 5 runs. Since then, though, in his last 2 starts, just 1 combined.
The 3-1 misses high, ball 4. Fastball gets away from him. That's the 3rd walk of the game issued by the right-hander. And a 2-out walk drawn by Ronald Rosario as the inning continues for Mason White. White stands into the left side. 1 of 3 true lefties in the lineup tonight for Portland. 1 switch hitter on the roster now with Tyler McDonough. First pitch to White, bounces in front of the plate. Good block by the catcher Loma Vito, holding Rosario at first. Mason White with his first Double-A home run at Rapido Stadium last week against the Rumble Ponies. Here's the 1-0. This is low and outside, ball 2.
You were saying earlier, Emma, anyone on this team could go yard at any moment. White did it for the first time Sunday.
2-0, misses high, ball 3. One of 2 home runs in that game. And Sea Dogs just chock full of power. Maddox kicks the 3-0. Brings it down in the zone a bit for a called strike. Rosario tagging up at first. Petrie playing in front of the bag, holding him on. Here's the 3-1. It's a called strike, too. So Maddox works his way back from a 3-0 count to a full count in the bottom of the 3rd. Rosario tags at first. Maddox sets. And the payoff, runner it goes, swing and a high fly ball, hit high and into the fog in right field. White comes in, makes the catch for the final out of the inning. Sea Dogs strand a runner as we head to the top of the 4th. Portland leading 2-1 on the Sea Dogs Radio Network, presented by Verizon.
SystemArchitecture.net. Your local IT.
Join your favorite on-air personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from on and off the field. The MLB Network Podcast, presented by New Balance. Saturdays on MLB Network and wherever you get your podcasts.
So Rockies is really like where my major league career really took off. You know, it was a special time in my life, 7 years with the team. And this jersey in particular, 2018 postseason patch on it here. So I've always kept all these jerseys with the patch on them because that's what it's all about, is getting to the playoffs and trying to win the championship. You know, the black jersey with the cutoff, not a lot of teams rock the cutoff anymore, but this is a jersey we wore all the time in Colorado.
Polanco rips it on the ground. Diving stop, Ornelas throws to first. Are you serious? The no-hitter stays alive on a diving play by newly minted second baseman Jonathan Ornelas in shallow right.
First pitch. He's swinging. Grounded to short. Lombard fields. Flips to second. Gets one. Throw to first is in time. And the Rail Riders toss a combined no-hitter.
Starter Henry Baez was very good. Line drive. Glove by Leo and a leaping catch at shortstop. Leo DeVries slap a little leather line drive handled by the Hounds.
Top of the fourth inning back in Portland, Maine. Sea Dogs leading 2-1 over the Harrisburg Senators. More on that on the play-by-play. Here is Perry Keatai.
Thank you so very much, Emma. Top of the fourth inning. Sea Dogs have had some offense throughout the night. 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors so far. But it is getting hazier and hazier out here. Just difficult to see in these conditions. The outfielders, though, have impressed so far. They've been able to track it through this fog. Ethan Petrie leading off, the first baseman today. First pitch. Foul ball back towards us, but a little in front. Almost caught by a fan. As the count moves to 0-1, Hayden Mullins back out there at 66 pitches through 3 innings. The 0-1. There's a swing and a miss at the slider, low and inside. Same spot he's been trying to find all night to the righties. Mullins all the way on the third base side of the rubber, looks in. The 0-2. Barely misses, about a ball's worth of distance on the outside of the plate. Petrie loaded on his back leg. The 1-2 nails him in the ribs. Second hit by pitch for Mullins tonight. That fastball just got away from him, and it turns into a leadoff base runner. 92 miles an hour, straight to either the ribs or the stomach. Impressed that you could stay on your feet after that. I think I would collapse on the ground. I would be like the fat lady in the painting that guards the Gryffindor common room in Hogwarts, screaming and crying after it was broken into after that pitch. First pitch, high and outside to Caleb Lumavita. For anyone joining us late tonight, it's Harry Potter night at the ballpark. The Sea Dogs are wearing these black uniforms with Gryffindor scarves designed around the shoulders and the neck area. The 1-0 misses down low for ball 2. Petrie on first with a small lead. Mullins keeping an eye on him. The 2-0 off the end of his bat. Foul right side and out of play. And the 2-1. This is low and inside that time for ball 3. As the fog gets heavier, it also gets a little wetter out there. Baseball could be feeling differently. The 3-1 misses down low again, and that's ball 4. The Sea Dogs do have someone warming in the bullpen. Cooper Adams, number 35 in black, as Isaiah Page, one of the pitching coaches for the Sea Dogs, makes his way out for a quick chat with Mullins. Nobody out Runners on first and second. 2 free passes, a hit by pitch, and a walk. Page makes his way back to the dugout. Sea Dogs infield playing stacked to the left side. A lot of space between first and second as Mullins looks in at Devin Ortiz on the right side. First pitch. Swing and a miss. Slider at the top of the zone that time. For strike one, moving away from where he's been spotting up those sliders so far today. The pitch. This is upstairs for ball one. Devin Ortiz has had quite the season so far, quite the minor leagues career. Has spent time with the Padres, taken in the Rule 5 draft last year by the Cubs. The 1-1. Driven deep to center field. Blaze heading back to the track. Spots that ball, makes the catch. Throws in to the shortstop, White, who cuts off the throw. Petrie tags and heads to third. Lomavita held up at first. Big first out of the inning. For Miguel Blaze, trying to find that ball in this fog, which is worse in center field than anywhere else on the field. It's like trying to find the snitch in a game of Quidditch. Really hard. But that's why they're the professionals out there, and the rest of us are not trying to do that. First pitch to TJ White. Big cut and miss. For strike one. Mullins has drawn a lot of whiffs today. 6 strikeouts in 3 innings of work for him now, 3 1/3. Runners on the corners, 1 out. The 0-1. This is down low. White does not bite. And it's 1-1. Started the year in High A Wilmington, was promoted. That's a soft grounder towards the bag. Brennan to the plate. The tag is not in time. Brandon's throw was to the front of the plate. Rosario had to whip around the tag. We'll see on the replay in just a moment. As that one looked to me from up here like Rosario might have got the tag in play. Here's the replay on MLB TV. The argument may be that Rosario missed that front leg on his initial tag attempt. We are tied 2-2. Harrisburg has cut back into this, and they've got runners on first and second on that fielder's choice from White. Brings up Jonathan Thomas, who walked in the 3rd inning. First pitch. Shows bunt, doesn't lay it down. Pulls the bat back for ball one. Thomas is in his 2nd full season with the Senators, the 1-0, well outside the zone, and he's quickly ahead 2-0. Already a stolen base tonight, stole 3rd with a lefty at the plate. That almost never happens. Mullins looks in and nods. The 2-0, fouled back into the stands. Just in front of me for strike one. But for Jonathan Thomas, that's just what he does. When he was in college, his last year at Texas Southern, he led the nation in stolen bases with 62. The 2-1. Low and inside, missed with the slider, and it's 3 balls and a strike. 3 base runners in the inning, a hit by pitch, a walk, and a fielder's choice. Still just 1 hit for Harrisburg, but we're tied 2-2 in the top of the 4th. The 3-1. This is up high, ball 4, and the bases are loaded for the Senators. Loma Vida up to third, White to second, Thomas to first. And we're back to the top of the order with Sam Peterson, who's walked and struck out today. But before we do that, acting manager Kyle Sasela, the Albus Dumbledore of the Sea Dogs, you could say, comes out, and that will be the day for Hayden Mullins. We'll take a break and be right back with info on the new pitcher on the Sea Dogs Radio Network, presented by Verizon.
Leading off the top of the first inning is the Substance Ale, Bissell Brothers flagship IPA. Hailing from Portland, Maine, standing at 16 ounces tall, Subby, as his teammates call him, was an early standout in his 2013 season debut, delivering bright and balanced hop flavor alongside smooth, crisp, Maine-made satisfaction. Find Bissell Brothers all season long at Hadlock Field. You earned it, bud.
Join your favorite on-air personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from on and off the field. The MLB Network Podcast, presented by New Balance, Saturdays on MLB Network and wherever you get your podcasts.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
More than 30% of players are Latino. And as you think about that, you have to fit it into the culture of baseball.
One thing that I've always really enjoyed about the Copa program is the players love it. We've had everything from live bands to salsa dancing in the concourse before the game. For us, that meant bringing in a car show.
It really goes with the fun of baseball.
You can own a piece of the minor league game. MILB Auctions lets you bid on game used and autographed bats, balls, jerseys, and more, with items added all season long. Want a piece of the minor league game? Visit MILBauctions.com.
First pitch, swing and a miss. 98-mile-an-hour sinker. Adams coming out, flame throwing here in the top of the fourth. The 0-1 off the end of his bat, but foul into the Expo. And Peterson is quickly down 0-2, went down looking back in the third. Adams rocking back and forth on the mound. The 0-2 yanked it down low for ball one. Sam Peterson, a former Eastern League Player of the Week back in May. A top 15 prospect entering the season by Baseball America. And the 1-2. Chopper foul, left side, and out of play. Sea Dogs scored once in the first, once in the second. Harrisburg scored once in the third, once in the fourth. We're tied 2-2 in the top of the fourth. And the 1-2 misses on the high and outside corner. That should have been strike three for Cooper Adams. Instead, it's ball two. Infield playing regular depth, and the 2-2. Outside, now the count is full. Adams had thought that was strike 3. He was walking off the mound with some confidence. Well, not fully off the mound. There's only one out, but had to lock back in. Now facing the full count for Peterson. Bases loaded, nowhere to put him. The payoff. Ball 4, low and outside. And Peterson walks in a run. Caleb Lomavita comes home to score. Fourth free pass of the inning issued by a Sea Dog. First for Adams. A hit by pitch started off the inning for Ethan Petrie. Lomavita walked, a fielder's choice for TJ White. Then Thomas walked, and now Peterson has walked. First pitch to Cortland Lawson is a called strike 1, a cutter low in the zone. Lawson 0 for 1 was hit by a pitch and stranded on base in the third. The 0-1. Check swing, it's a called strike 2. Back-to-back cutters for Adams. The pitch. This is down low for ball 1. The wave going around the stadium here. Packed house in Portland on Harry Potter night. The 1-2. Bounced at the plate. Rosario, though, chests it down, keeps it in front. Adams, some of his pitches have so much movement, but he has had a tendency with that movement. Sometimes those pitches get away from the catcher, allowing runs to score. Rosario did a nice job keeping that in front. The count 2-2. Bases still loaded, still just 1 out. Harrisburg in the lead, 3-2. The pitch. Inside, nearly hits him. And the count is full yet again for Cooper Adams. From an 0-2 count, 3 straight balls. The payoff. Swing and a foul tip. Rosario can't hang on. Count stays full. Lawson batting .249 this season. Looking to add on to that RBI number. Another payoff. On the ground towards short, this could be 2. White flips to second. The throw to first is not in time. Another run scores. It's an RBI, fielder's choice. That flip from White went so high in the air that McDonough didn't even get the out. McDonough had to leap up to make that grab, and as he did so, couldn't get his foot on the bag. Tried to turn and throw to first. Brandon picked it out. That's just an RBI. Possibly an error for the Sea Dogs. We'll wait to see how that one is scored. It is called a fielder's choice. Really tough for the Sea Dogs as ball 1 misses inside to Brandon Bossier. That was a ground ball to short that could have ended the inning for the Sea Dogs if they could collect that double play. And instead it just got away from them. Bases still loaded. 4-2 is our score now. The 1-0 on the ground up the first baseline, but foul for strike 1. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Bossier, strikeout and a single today. Had the first hit of the game. It was an RBI liner to right field. The 1-2. High and outside for ball 2. Sea Dogs general admission today is sorted by house. Gryffindor, Slytherin, Ravenclaw, and Hufflepuff. The 2-2. Foul ball, left side, out of play. Now, just optional. Sit wherever you want. Of the people dressed up in the crowd tonight, I'm seeing a lot of Gryffindor robes. A lot of young Harrys and Hermiones and Rons. The 2-2. Down low and inside. Third straight full count for Cooper Adams. Eighth batter of this inning. Adams already at 20 pitches as the payoff is a swing and a foul ball. Barely got a piece of it. So the count stays full. TJ White, the lead runner. The payoff is a swing and a miss, strike three. Major second out of the inning. First strikeout of the day by Cooper Adams. That's another Hedstrom Electric strikeout cancer in kids. And here is batter number 9, Kervin Pichardo. First pitch misses low and outside for ball 1. So Jonathan Thomas stands on third, Sam Peterson on second, Cortland Lawson on first with that fielder's choice. Infield shifted to the left side against the righty, the 1-0. Right down the middle with the sinker at 97. The fog has lightened a little bit, the 1-1. Deep drive, but foul right side for strike 2. Pichardo with 6-3 ground out and a strikeout swinging today. Comes from the Bronx. Didn't go to college. Signed as a free agent right out of high school. The 1-2. Low and outside. He holds off for ball 2. Signed with the Phillies out of high school in 2019. Was traded to the Padres in 2022. Traded to the Pirates in 2024. Spent 2024 and 25 in Altoona. The 2-2, low and outside. Fourth straight full count for Cooper Adams. Man, he loves to keep us on our toes. And then finally in 2026, signed in free agency with Harrisburg, has been here since day one. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded. Sea Dogs trail 4-2. Batter calls time. The payoff. Barely got a piece of it. Foul to stay alive. With a full count and 2 outs, the runners are all off with the pitch. Adams delivers. Upstairs, ball 4, and another run is walked in. Harrisburg have officially batted around in the inning. Petrie led off this inning, hit by a pitch. First pitch fouled straight back into the netting for strike 1. Oh, and 1 with 2 outs, bases loaded. It's been a 4-run 4th inning. There's a called strike 2. And it's 0-2 to Petrie. 4 straight full counts issued by Cooper Adams. 2 walks, 1 strikeout, 1 fielder's choice. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Strikeout number 2 for Cooper Adams. Sea Dogs get out of the nightmare inning, but they've got work to do. We head to the bottom of the 4th on the Sea Dogs Radio Network, presented by Verizon.
I went through a bad divorce. My ex handled all the finances and ruined my credit. Coworker said, try your local credit union. It changed my life. The credit union cared about my story, not just what was on paper. They gave me the confidence I needed.
You come to a credit union to work because you actually like helping people.
You get to be a part of really life-changing moments.
It builds a really rewarding professional career.
This Saturday, from historic Rickwood Field, a diverse roster of high school players look to take their game to the next level. The Hank Aaron Invitational Showcase Game. This Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern on MLB Network.
The Bhutanese dragon is a very uniquely designed dragon, and so we did have to make sure that we were staying very true to the dragon that you see behind me.
We had to get special permission from the Bhutan Olympic Committee because this is a national flag, so luckily we've been working with the Olympic Committee the whole time, so it was a very easy approval process once we sent the appropriate documentation.
The whole creative design was done by the Hudson Valley Renegades. They did an amazing job.
You can own a piece of the minor league game. MILB Auctions lets you bid on game used and autographed bats, balls, jerseys, and more, with items added all season long. Want a piece of the minor league game? Visit MILBauctions.com.
1-2. Jones slides this up the middle. A diving Sogard over to first. And what a play by the shortstop. Robs the Rail Riders of some extra runs.
Gave Portland trouble. Here's the first pitch to Miguel Blaze. A nasty curveball that looked like it was coming inside and then twisted back into the zone. Kind of a 10-5 curveball, if you will. The 0-1. Fastball up the third baseline, gloved by Ortiz. The throw beats the runner. And Miguel Blaze is retired 5-3. The Sea Dogs loaded the bases themselves in the first. They scored 1 run, but it was an RBI double play, and they were retired shortly after that. Tyler McDonough came through with an RBI single in the second. Those are the Sea Dogs' 2 runs of the day. Did not score in the third. First pitch to Max Ferguson, high and outside for ball 1. The 1-0. Upstairs, ball 2. Infield shifted to the right side. And the pitch fouled off. Takes the catcher's mask off his face. For strike 1. Max Ferguson had been doing really big things for the Sea Dogs right before he was called up. In Portland this season, he had a hit in 20 of 27 games, 8 multi-hit games. Started the season with an 11-game hit streak. An injured list stint right in the middle of that. First game back from the injured list, hit a grand slam. That was the most electric moment in April, I'd say, as the 2-1 misses high and outside for ball 3. Maddox looks in, the 3-1. Ferguson skies it, heading foul left side, but it'll stay in play, and the third baseman, Ortiz, camps out to make the grab. Two up, 2 down for the Sea Dogs. Here's Nellie Taylor. Taylor batting ninth tonight, top of the order on deck with Tyler McDonough if it gets there. Sea Dogs trying to respond to that 4-run inning. Taylor takes a first pitch strike. A slider on the outside part of the plate. The 0-1 upstairs above his head. And it's 1-1. Nellie Taylor has been trying to show more patience at the plate as the season's gone along. The 1-1, outside ball 2. He does lead the team in strikeouts, but he's second on the team in walks with 41. The 2-1 hit high and out of play, left side. 2-2 with 2 outs, bases empty to Nellie Taylor. Maddox working quickly, the pitch. Downstairs, ball 3. Slider ended up in the dirt that time. Full count, 2 outs. Taylor takes a deep breath. Steps back into focus. The payoff. Hit well to right field. That gets down. The first base line back to the wall. Taylor rounding first, heading to second as White gets to that ball. Taylor slides in safely. And that's a 2-out double for Nellie Taylor. Taylor looked like he was on a Nimbus 2000 speeding around those bases. White got to that ball pretty fast, played it off the wall, but Nellie Taylor can't beat him in the base paths. A Nimbus 2000, of course, being a broomstick for Quidditch games. First pitch misses low and inside to Tyler McDonough. The 1-0 misses up high, tried to bring that sinker down, but couldn't get it to drop, and it's 2 straight balls to McDonough. Jack Winney on deck. The 2-0 right into the zone with a fastball. Lower part of the plate, but McDonough takes. The 2-1 hit well to right center field. That gets down in front of the center fielder. Taylor rounding second, heading for home. It's the second RBI single of the night for Tyler McDonough, and it's 5-3. Tyler McDonough just coming up in the clutch time after time. He stands on first base for Jack Winney as the Sea Dogs get at least one in this 2-out rally. Coach coming out of the dugout for a quick chat with Maddox. The meeting breaks up. Maddox will stay out there. Offering some words of wisdom, trying to predict how Jack Winney might approach this at-bat. Maybe reading the tea leaves like Professor Trelawney. McDonough takes his lead at first. First pitch, Winney checks his swing. That's ball 1. Winney doubled in the first inning, then flew out in the second. The 1-0, McDonough goes. The throw. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. is not in time. He slides in safely to the back of the bag. It's a pair of stolen bases for McDonough. He's now 16 for 16 as a Sea Dog. And that steal is presented by Casco Bay Steel. A runner in scoring position for Jack Winne. Maddox looks in, the pitch. This is low and outside. Three balls, no strikes for Winne. Brooks Brandon on deck and a runner on second. Riley Maddox set in the first base side of the rubber as the pitch is right down the middle. For strike one. Three and one with two outs. Winne steps back in on the right side. Maddox comes set. The pitch on the ground towards third, and that's a mistake from Harrisburg. The third baseman, Ortiz, tried to snag that, but he was thinking too far ahead of time, left that ball in the dirt, and it's an error that lets Jack Winne reach first base and puts runners on the corners for Brooks Brannon. Nellie Taylor up to third on that play. Or Tyler McDonough, excuse me. Tyler McDonough drove in Nellie Taylor. First pitch to Brannon misses inside for ball one. Brannon reached on catcher's interference in the first inning, grounded out to the shortstop in the second. The fog has cleared considerably. The 1-0. Brannon drills it to left field. That's coming in short, though, and caught by Peterson, the center fielder. Sea Dogs get one back on the two-out rally. They trail 5-3. We head to the top of the fifth on the Sea Dogs Radio Network, presented by Verizon.
Any job goes more smoothly and successfully with the right people on your team.
Join your favorite on-air personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from on and off the field. The MLB Network Podcast, presented by New Balance, Saturdays on MLB Network and wherever you get your podcasts.
0-2. Flown into right. Robinson in the alley. It's Troy cutting it off. Tommy Troy. He laid fully out.
Wow. Old school D-backs jersey. This was our alternate jersey that we wore on Saturdays. I was the first team to wear the new colors. They called it Sedona Red. Don't mess up that color. Every time I wore this jersey, I would wear the high socks, black jersey, black hat. I just thought it was a really smooth look, and this is one that I'll never forget.
There goes Harris for the plate. He is stealing home. The throw there is not in time. Dakota Harris breaking for home against Maddox Bruns. And again, throw to the plate. It goes to the backstop. Page coming home with a straight steal of home. Trey Page breaking for the plate. Bruns is frustrated, just fired a ball back towards his dugout.
What's happening? This is unreal.
The law firm of Shaheen and Gordon is where good people do good work, and when it comes down to it, we believe everyone should know a good lawyer. From personal injury to family law and so much more, it's different here. Caleb Lomavita leads off in the fifth inning for the Harrisburg Senators. They batted around in the fourth. Here's Cooper Adams. First pitch is driven to left center field on a line. That drops in front of the center fielder, Blaze. It's a leadoff single on one pitch for the catcher. Didn't even give me the time to introduce him and say that he walked and scored in the fourth inning when the Senators batted around. 5-3 is our score. The Sea Dogs 3 runs on 5 hits and an error. Harrisburg 5 runs on 2 hits and an error, but a number of free passes in there, hit by pitches, walks, you name it. First pitch to Ortiz, deep to left field. That ball is barely foul. Might have stayed in the ballpark at the very top of the green monster if it was a few feet to the right. Instead, just a loud strike one. A strikeout and a fly out to center field for Devin Ortiz tonight. Who was signed and made his debut for the Senators on July 9th. The 0-1. Down low, gets away from Rosario. But Lomo Vida couldn't see enough of that to try to take second base. One and one's the count, nobody out, a runner on first. Infield all the way shifted to the left and Brandon covering the bag at first. No one between first and second. The 1-1, low and inside. And Ortiz takes ball 2, moving ahead in the count. Just 2 walks for Devin Ortiz in his first 10 games with the Senators. It's the 2-1. This is outside ball 3. Adams rocking back and forth, now set. The pitch. Called strike on the outside corner. Ortiz had started walking down the first baseline, but now the count is full. Adams looks in, the pitch. Grounded foul towards the Sea Dogs dugout. Lomo Vida had been off with that pitch. Now makes his way back to first. Ortiz circles the bat 3 times. And another payoff. High fly ball to shallow right field. Going into foul territory. Taylor makes the catch. Could he double him up? Yes, he does! Lomo Vida caught dead in the water. He bet against Nelly Taylor, and he pays for it. 2 outs, bases empty for the Sea Dogs.
That's a play by Cooper Adams. He was covering first base because Brooks Brandon was heading out to maybe help Taylor, but that's a play by the Sea Dogs infield.
First pitch, swing and a miss for TJ White.
Not too often you write 9-1 in your scorebook.
The 0-1. Another swing and a miss on top of the cutter, and Adams is ahead 0-2. Infield shifted to the right now against the lefty White. 2 outs and 0-2 count. And the pitch bounced in front of the plate, but luckily for the Sea Dogs, no one on base to take advantage of that play. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Cooper Adams says Avada Kedavra and retires this side in order. We head to the bottom of the 5th on the Sea Dogs Radio Network, presented by Verizon.
Join your favorite on-air personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from on and off the field. The MLB Network Podcast, presented by New Balance, Saturdays on MLB Network and wherever you get your podcasts.
A
0-2. He popped foul left side. Wallace again gives chase at this foul ball. He might have room by the dugout. He leaps right in front of the dugout and makes the catch right in front of the dugout.
You can own a piece of the minor league game. MILB Auctions lets you bid on game-used and autographed bats, balls, jerseys, and more, with items added all season long. Want a piece of the minor league game? Visit MILBauctions.com.
And he hits a ground ball to the second baseman. Almoner has to sprint to first as the first baseman's not there. And a feet first slide, he hangs on, and the side is retired.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
Why are their numbers so tiny? When the unexpected throws you a curveball, ServPro helps you get back in the game. Serving Maine since 1976, we respond faster to any size disaster. When never thought this would happen, happens. ServPro's got you. Call 1-800-ServPro or visit servpro.com. Bottom of the fifth, Sea Dogs have some momentum after retiring the side in order, kind of, in the fifth. New pitcher on the mound, deals a first pitch ball to Johan Fran Garcia. It's John Carlos Lara from San Cristobal, Dominican Republic. One-and-one record, the 1-0 high and inside. 2-0 for Garcia. 7.84 ERA through 20 relief appearances. Sea Dogs trail 5-3, bottom of the fifth, as the pitch misses low and outside. 3 balls, no strikes for Johan Fran Garcia. The 3-0. Catches a piece of the zone. Garcia knows it. Takes a second to reset. .85-mile-an-hour slider right at the top. Lara looks in. Garcia towards first, a slow grounder. And the first baseman, Petrie, takes it to the bag himself. It's a 3 unassisted for the first out of the inning. Brings up Ronald Rosario, batting fifth today. Mason White on deck. In the fourth, the Sea Dogs had their first 2 batters retired before a 2-out rally sparked by Nellie Taylor's double. Brought 1 run across. A Tyler McDonough RBI single, his second of the day, drove in Taylor. First pitch, Rosario, slow chopper third base side, but foul. First strike 1. Lara has an inflated ERA, but has kept batters in check as of late. Really just a 1-inning, 2-inning max kind of pitcher. The 0-1 towards center field, and the center fielder trips and falls. That ball's back to the wall. Rosario rounding second. He's heading to third. The throw beats him by a lot. Rosario laughing it off. He knew he was probably pushing it, trying to stretch that into a 3-bagger, but Peterson just slid on the grass like he's in Tom and Jerry and wiped out while trying to get that ball. Got to it off the wall, but unfortunately for Ronald Rosario, was not meant to be. It's ruled as a double, and then out at third, trying to stretch that. So 2 outs for Mason White. Ball 1 misses inside. The only thing that will help is Ronald Rosario's batting average and slugging percentage. Unfortunately for the Sea Dogs, not what they needed in that moment. White takes the ball outside. He's ahead 2-0.
This crowd almost willed him to get that triple, though.
They were egging him on for sure. He didn't hesitate at second. He was going the whole time. The 2-0. White up the middle. The shortstop posted up right there. Lawson swings to first in time, and the Sea Dogs go down quietly in the 5th. We head to the top of the 6th on the Sea Dogs Radio Network, presented by Verizon.
You can't see the heritage that goes back over 100 years, or the obsessive scrutiny of hand-selecting the world's finest.
This Saturday, from historic Rickwood Field, a diverse roster of high school players look to take their game to the next level. The Hank Aaron Invitational Showcase Game. This Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern on MLB Network.
The beauty of this jersey is the feel, the texture, the thin, the stitching is heavy, so you kind of feel that jersey that was very heavy. Check it out, the last name and the number, they have a little glitter on them, so they kind of stack up. It just feels right. I had some really cool cleats to go with it. The way it gets dirty when you slide, it just kind of like rubs off on that glitter. It's really, really cool.
You can own a piece of the minor league game. MILB Auctions lets you bid on game used and autographed bats, balls, jerseys, and more, with items added all season long. Want a piece of the minor league game? Visit MILBauctions.com.
2-1. Hit to left, towards the line. Arroyo sprints towards the corner, lays out, and he caught it. Michael Arroyo with a great grab, looking like a guy who's not learning a new position.
Get to your local Verizon store today to check out the best value guarantee for new and existing customers. You can lock in a low price for 3 years on mobile and home internet plans only on Verizon. Additional terms apply. See store for details. Cooper Adams back out. Sea Dogs trying to stretch him as much as they can. From afar, it looks like Ray D. Sena up and throwing in the Sea Dogs bullpen. Facing off against the bottom of the order, Jonathan Thomas takes a first pitch slider for strike one. A slider that had a 12-6 movement, a lot like a curveball, just faster at about 85 miles an hour. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Slider outside that time. Adams quickly ahead 0-2. Batter resets. Adams leans in. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike three, drop third, tag applied. Cooper Adams dealing strikeout number 4. Brings up the top of the order, 4th time through for Sam Peterson, who takes a first pitch strike. Another slider. If it works, it works. 4 straight sliders for Adams now. 0-1 with 1 out, bases empty. Sea Dogs trail 5-3, top of the 6th. The pitch is a wave and a miss. Another slider. Strike 2. Adams leans in, the pitch driven high to center field. Blaze back to the track, looking for it, finds it, but he drops it. Peterson rounding second. He's heading to third. The throw will not beat him. Sam Peterson has some wheels. And that would just look like it was tough for Blaze to track that ball through the fog. Ended up more right, or more off to his right than he originally thought. The wind blowing in that direction could have played a role as well.
Yeah, I think the fog and all the weather just finally caught up to him. But still, with Blaze's arm, he held him to a triple. You might see guys with that speed of Peterson maybe go for all 4 bases.
First pitch outside, Rosario dives to collect it. Peterson definitely scoring if that one gets away from Rosario in that spot. 1 out and a runner on third. Sea Dogs infield is in. They were practicing this earlier today. Every single infielder took reps throwing it to the plate. 2 balls, no strikes. Cortland Lawson at the plate. A shortstop struck out, was hit by a pitch, reached on a fielder's choice. That could have been a double play, but definitely wasn't. And here he is, 2 balls, no strikes, the pitch. Outside again, 3-0 count. Lawson, 26 years old, from Virginia. 3-0. Down the middle with a sinker at 95 for strike 1. Adams looks in the pitch. Upstairs, ball 4. Adams issues another walk, and there's runners on the corners with 1 out. With that, acting manager Kyle Cicela out of the dugout. He makes the call to the bullpen. And we'll tell you about the new pitcher when we come back on the Sea Dogs Radio Network, presented by Verizon.
I love baseball cards. Recently, I had a collection that I sold to an online buyer. I went to the credit union to cash the check. I had a good conversation with them, and they told me that this was likely an overpayment scam. They're really great about it.
Join your favorite on-air personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from on and off the field. The MLB Network Podcast, presented by New Balance. Saturdays on MLB Network and wherever you get your podcasts.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
A sartorial issue here. There's the team name, Chicago Cubs, so it does work.
It's got the right color.
Yeah, it's gray.
Maybe there was something went wrong with his other one.
1-1 to Marte, in the air, right to the guy we just showed you.
Sixth. Sea Dogs trail by 2, and they're trying to keep it that way. Saina, 1-2 record, a 3.55 ERA, 5 saves on the season, coming off back-to-back scoreless outings against Somerset and Binghamton. First pitch. Fastball up high for ball 1, facing Brandon Bossier. A pair of strikeouts and an RBI single on the day for Bossier. Peterson's already shown his speed at third base. The 1-0. Outside that time for ball 2. And then you have Cortland Lawson, who just walked at first base. Saina taking his time, and the pitch. This is up high again. Rosario gets out of the crouch to stare down Lawson at first. 3 balls, no strikes, 1 empty base. Infield pulled to the right side. Winne in at the corner on third, keeping an eye on Peterson. The 3-0 misses outside, ball 4. Out of the bullpen, a 4-pitch walk from Sena. And the bases are loaded once again for Harrisburg. Just 1 out for Kervin Pichardo. Bossier at first, Lawson at second, Peterson at third. Pichardo walked in the fourth, otherwise 0 for 2. First pitch. This is inside. Another ball for Sena. Sea Dogs infield is in. The 1-0. Major swing and miss. A 96-mile-an-hour fastball high and inside corner. Sena fires. High fly ball, right side out of play, onto the roof of the Expo. Counts 1-2 for Sena. Bases loaded, 1 out, top of the 6th. The 1-2. High and inside for ball 2. Sena has the fastball, cutter, curveball changeup. Very fastball, cutter heavy. Haven't seen the curveball from him yet. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Brady Sena bounces back from the walk issue to Bossier and strikes out Pichardo, first of the day for him. And there's 2 gone for Ethan Petrie. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 5-3, Harrisburg lead. First pitch on the ground, up the third baseline, fair ball, ricochets into left field. Ferguson doesn't get there. 2 runs have scored, a third one's coming home. Finally, the ball comes in, but that's a bases clearing double for Ethan Petrie. And Harrisburg has blown this one open. It's 8-3.
Unfortunate bounce and an unfortunate slip by Ferguson.
Looked at first like the ball bounced off the wall and was heading straight to him, and the Sea Dogs would have had a chance there, but that slip from Ferguson, ball gets past him to the warning track. And that is a major blow to Portland. That ball was hugging the third baseline. Here's Caleb Lomavito with a runner on second and 2 outs. He takes a first pitch strike. The 0-1. Fires that curveball, but it misses up high for ball 1. Petrie with the lead at second. Sea Dogs infield back to regular depth. The 1-1. Misses inside, ball 2. Two-one pitch inside again, nearly hits him, but he leans out of the way. 3 balls and a strike. Sea Dogs trail by 5 now, despite out hitting Harrisburg 6-4. The 3-1 off the end of his bat foul right side. And the count is full. The payoff. High fly ball to right field, caught on a line by Taylor, and the inning comes to an end, but that Petrie bases clearing double does a lot of damage. Sea Dogs trail by 5, going to the bottom of the 6th on the Sea Dogs Radio Network, presented by Verizon.
Join your favorite on-air personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from on and off the field. The MLB Network Podcast, presented by New Balance, Saturdays on MLB Network and wherever you get your podcasts.
Ashes this one to left center field, giving chase are Jones and Franco. Jones still running, leaping, and he made the catch, banging up against the wall. What a play.
Each year now we have a contest for our patients that they can design the jersey that's worn by the players this evening. We do a jersey auction. The proceeds are raised to benefit Children's Hospital, and they have a chance to meet the players who wore the jerseys, get them autographed.
We always talk about not playing for the name on the back, but when you feel like you're really playing for something and you're representing a community, it means a lot.
You can own a piece of the minor league game. MILB Auctions lets you bid on game used and autographed bats, balls, jerseys, and more, with items added all season long. Want a piece of the minor league game? Visit MILBauctions.com.
The 8th pitch is a line shot right field side. Tonacello dove and got it!
Bottom of the 6th inning, Harry Potter night at Delta Dental Park. Sea Dogs trail by 5, looking for some magic at the plate with Miguel Blaze leading off. 7, 8, and 9 due up. Blaze, Ferguson, and Taylor. First pitch to Blaze, misses high and inside. It's still John Carlos Lara out there. Allowed what would have been a hit to Rosario, but he was thrown out at third, otherwise retired the side in order. Blaze takes a ball outside, and he's ahead 2-0. Lara at 12 pitches has not gone more than 27 as Blaze rips it down the third base line. That ball is foul into his own bullpen. That might have even nearly hit one of his teammates. That's strike one.
I think it almost was to Nate Baez sitting out there.
Hope he's got his catcher's gear on. The 2-1. Catches the outside part of the zone, and suddenly the count is even up at 2-2 for Miguel Blaze. The pitch. Blaze swings and misses at a slider in the dirt for strike 3. One gone. Here comes Max Ferguson. Ferguson in on the left side against the right-hander Lara. First pitch. This is up high for ball 1. Nellie Taylor on deck with a double and a walk today. Scored in the 4th. That's the Sea Dogs' last run. 8-3 is the score as the 1-0 is into the zone for a called strike one. Ferguson lays off, ball two. He's about a foot off the plate. Slightly open stance as Lara delivers. Swing and a miss, strike two. Went right on top of that 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Fastballs being the key for this week that Trevor Burmeister, Elijah Boyer, hitting coaches for Portland have been talking about last week in Binghamton. They were late to the fastball. It's something they've been great at all season, and they're trying to get back to that at home in Portland. The 2-2. Ferguson on a line into right field. That one drops in for a base hit. And the Sea Dogs have some life in the sixth. Here comes Nellie Taylor. Ferguson turns on the slider down low and just lifts it over the infield. Here's Nellie Taylor. First pitch well outside the zone. Taylor takes ball one. Taylor batting 182 with a 306 on base percentage. The 1-0. Called strike inside part of the plate with a slider. Counts 1-1. Lara looks down. The 1-1. Low and inside. Ball two. 23 pitches now for John Carlos Lara. Someone up and throwing in the Harrisburg bullpen. The 2-1. Taylor leaves it inside. That's ball three. And the 3-1, high and outside, ball four. Nellie Taylor takes a base. Runners on first and second for the top of the order in Tyler McDonough, who is already having a multi-hit day with a pair of RBI singles. But before McDonough gets there, that will be the day at 25 pitches for John Carlos Lara. We'll step aside and have info on the new pitcher when we're back on the Sea Dogs Radio Network, presented by Verizon.
Leading off the top of the first inning is the Substance Ale, Bissell Brothers flagship IPA. Hailing from Portland, Maine, standing at 16 ounces tall, Subby, as his teammates call him, was an early standout in his 2013 season debut, delivering bright and balanced hop flavor alongside smooth, crisp, Maine-made satisfaction.
Join your favorite on-air personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from on and off the field. The MLB Network Podcast, presented by New Balance, Saturdays on MLB Network and wherever you get your podcasts.
You can own a piece of the minor league game. MILB Auctions lets you bid on game used and autographed bats, balls, jerseys, and more, with items added all season long. Want a piece of the minor league game? Visit MILBauctions.com.
I'm Jonathan Mayo, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit. where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
From about 1905 to 1925 or so, teams actually issued cardigans as part of their team uniform. In that era, knitwear was actually having a heyday in sports. Think of ski sweaters or Argyle sweater vests on the Gulf Green.
And runners on first and second, trailing by 5, looking to add a couple runs at least to chip away into that lead. A 1-0 record, 2 saves on the year, 1.93 ERA for Luke Young. How about that? With a 1.02 whip. Has been back and forth between AA and AAA this season. First pitch hits Tyler McDonough. Clips a piece of him, maybe just his jersey. And that loads the bases with 1 out for Jack Winne. First pitch to Winne, big cut and miss over the cutter for strike 1. Winne is 1 for 3 today, reached on an error in the 4th, doubled in the 1st. The 0-1, low and outside, ball 1. Back-to-back cutters from Young. Emma, it's kind of sounding like the Tri-Wizard tournament out here, all this noise from the crowd. The 1-1, low and inside for ball 2. It is amazing, just a Tuesday night in July, this kind of crowd.
Another sellout.
The 2-1. Winne up the third base line. The throw to first is in time, and the double play comes to fruition for the Senators. The Sea Dogs strand the bases, loading and ending 5-4-3 double play. And we head to the top of the 7th on the Sea Dogs Radio Network, presented by Verizon.
SystemArchitecture.net, your local IT provider. Technology doesn't have to throw curveballs your way. From comprehensive technology services to hands-on expert support, our experienced IT team is here to keep things steady, respond quickly, and support your goals like a true all-star teammate. SystemArchitecture.net, an IT management company.
This Saturday, from historic Rickwood Field, a diverse roster of high school players look to take their game to the next level. The Hank Aaron Invitational Showcase Game. This Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern on MLB Network.
The 1-0. On the ground, sliding stop there at second. Tureen tags the bag with his glove and turns 2, and he does a headstand to boot. Are you kidding me?
So Rockies is really like where my major league career really took off. You know, it was a special time in my life, 7 years with the team. And this jersey in particular, 2018 postseason patch on it here. So I've always kept all these jerseys with the patch on them because that's what it's all about, is getting to the playoffs and trying to win the championship. You know, the black jersey with the cutoff, not a lot of teams rock the cutoff anymore, but this is a jersey we wore all the time in Colorado.
And it's tapped slowly towards short. Cespedes, bare hands, throws, got it! Yes, sir! Laps 5 with Ronnie Hernandez.
Here on Harry Potter Night.
All right.
Top of the 7th. Devin Ortiz due up. It's a right-hander in Rady Sena. Sea Dogs trailing by 5. 4 runs in the 4th inning for the Senators, 3 more in the 6th. Those were the 2 big innings for the Nationals affiliate. First pitch. This is high and inside, ball 1.
Emma, you could have said they were jumping around like chocolate frogs, too.
Just added on the sugar. Well, the frogs jump away, so the beans at least stay put. Got to be careful of those chocolate frogs. The 1-0 pitch misses low and inside, ball 2.
Slippery little beasts.
Santa looks over the top of his glove. The 2-0. Called strike. Right over the plate with the cutter, and the cutter arguably is Santa's best pitch that he has in the arsenal. Takes a deep breath, the 2-1. Called strike 2 on the inside part of the plate, and the count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fog is definitely cleared up as the sun has started to set. Here's the 2-2, and it's line up the middle, a base hit for Devin Ortiz. That's his first hit of the night. Leadoff single here in the 7th.
How about 108 off the bat for Devin Ortiz? That ball was smoked.
And the Senators, in the grand scheme of 5 runs, don't have a ton of hits. They've just been able to capitalize off a lot of walks and hit by pitches tonight by the Sea Dogs pitching staff.
8 walks, 2 hit by pitches. That's 10 free passes, plus an error.
First pitch to White. Called strike on the outside part of the plate. It did help that Petrie in the 6th inning did have a 3-run double, but the Senators just taking advantage of some mistakes by Portland tonight. The 0-1. This is high and outside, and the count evens 1 ball and 1 strike. TJ White, the switch hitter, batting on the left side. Santa now calls time. Looks like he needs to tie his right shoelace on the far side of the mound.
Safety first, respect. Should have double knotted those to begin with.
Looks like he's got a Velcro aspect to it as well. Complicated cleats.
Do you think Harry Potter had Velcro?
Well, maybe as a kid. Living under the stairs. There's the 1-1. Fouls it back and out of play for strike 2.
With the Dursleys, of course.
Funny, in the whole series of Harry Potter, shoes were really not talked about too often.
No, they seem to always be wearing black dress shoes of some kind. Even though they're on the move so often.
1-2. Misses a little bit low, and the count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes. He's still over at first base, 2 for 2 in stolen base attempts this season with Harrisburg. He stands on top of the bag with Brooks Brandon holding him on. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a high foul ball left side out of play. Count stays even. The Sea Dogs and Senators will play again tomorrow. 12:05 first pitch for Parks and Rec Day. And then 6 o'clock the rest of the way until Sunday for the series finale. 1 o'clock first pitch for the finale. 2-2. This is outside, and the count goes full. First time that the Senators have been in Portland since May of 2022. And it seems like the schedule rotates. You either visit Harrisburg one season or they come to you, but it's been a long time since the Senators have been here as the pitch misses low and inside. That's ball 4. TJ White issued the free pass as Ortiz heads to second. And now runners at first and second. Nobody out in the top of the 7th. Here is Jonathan Thomas. You talk about patience and you talk about a guy who's been able to take advantage of Portland's free passes tonight. Well, he has walked twice, scored 2 runs, and stolen a base. Stands in on the right side. Saina readies. The pitch. Swing and a miss on the high cutter for strike 1. Wind starting to pick up a bit, blowing in from right center field. You can see the fog sweeping across the outfield. The 0-1 fouls it back off of the catcher, Ronald Rosario, and is quickly on his feet, but hopping a bit behind the plate. Saina ahead in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. 6,868 in attendance, our 14th sellout of the season here at Delta Dental Park at Hadlock Field on a Tuesday night, no less. You had plenty of fans in attendance. Slugger, the Sea Dog, hanging out with some fans, sitting on the first row behind the first base dugout. Waiting, obviously, for a take me out to the ball game.
Are you sure that's not Fang, Hagrid's dog?
There are some similarities. Luckily, the drool is not one of them.
Slugger's not so mean and scary.
There's the 0-2. Broken bat, bouncing ball up the middle. McDonough taps second onto first, and it's a 4-3 double play. Huge play for Tyler McDonough and the Sea Dogs.
Huge play for Brooks Brannon with the way he just picked that out of the dirt. That was not easy at all. Saved potentially a run from scoring if that ball gets away, gets that second out. Just massive.
Seamless from the Sea Dogs infield. And now it's back to the top of the batting order with Sam Peterson. Has reached base 3 times. Triple in the 6th and a pair of walks and an RBI tonight. First pitch. Misses a little bit high for ball 1. Saina looks in. 1-0. Called strike. Peterson, an 8th round selection by the Nationals in 2024. Stands in on the right side, the 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Peterson spent some time with the Arizona Fall League after last season was cut a little bit short due to injuries. Still finished last season with a 161 WRC plus. Just 44 games with High A Wilmington. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 and out number 3 in the top of the 7th. Senators strand a runner at third as we head to the bottom of the inning. Portland still trailing 8-3 on the Sea Dogs Radio Network, presented by Verizon.
Mainers know what to do after an accident.
Call the experts.
Call Joe.
Over 25,000 victories for injured Mainers.
Fighting and winning for injured Mainers for over 50 years.
The law offices of Joe Borenstein.
The name you know and the firm you trust.
Representing injured Mainers in all 16 counties. Get Joe's team working for you today.
207 Call Joe
or online at joebornstein.com.
Accidents happen. To be there.
Join your favorite on-air personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from on and off the field. The MLB Network Podcast, presented by New Balance, Saturdays on MLB Network and wherever you get your podcasts.
The first thing people realize is the history of Montgomery, and that history is real. So while that history is in the past, it also helps us move forward in a positive way.
Just like a lot of other of the 120 minor league teams, is the baseball is not what we do, right? The Tampa Bay Rays do a phenomenal job of sending amazing athletes here, and we let them handle the baseball, and we handle everything outside the line.
There's a line drive, one hop past the diving shortstop, Kason Cunningham, around first. Weidman is on his way to second. The ball goes all the way to the wall. The ball got stuck under the fence. Let's see what they call it. It's a home run.
Rothermel's delivery. Weidman hits a high fly ball deep to center field. And if the inside the Parker wasn't enough, he does it the old-fashioned way.
You can own a piece of the minor league game. MILB Auctions lets you bid on game used and autographed bats, balls, jerseys, and more, with items added all season long. Want a piece of the minor league game? Visit MILBauctions.com.
Young sets. The pitch. Swing, and he fouls it right side out of play for strike one. Brandon, a team leading 17 home runs, 53 RBI after the promotion of Franklin Arias, who already has his first AAA hit and home run, as the 0-1 is a swing and a miss for strike two. Hit his first AAA home run, which was also his first hit at the AAA level earlier tonight with the Woo Sox. They're in Norfolk right now, and first pitch of the game, Franklin Arias sends it deep. Doing Franklin Arias things. Here's the 0-2. Bounces in front of the plate for ball one. Young back on the mound. He chose the rubber and looks in. 1-2. Low and inside, and the count evens. 2-2. Young 1-0, a 1.93 ERA coming into this one. 11th round selection in 2022 by Washington out of Midland Junior College in Texas. 2-2. High and inside, and the count goes full. Brandon back in on the right side. Wide stance in the batter's box. The payoff. Swing, and he fouls it right side and out of play. And the count stays full. Jeremy Wu Yelland starting to get loose in the Sea Dogs bullpen. Gage Zeal, Michael Sansone looking on. 3-2. Taps it foul third base side. Gage Zeal is scheduled to start on Sunday for Portland. Michael Sansone added back to Portland's roster earlier today, back from the Woo Sox. Three balls, two strikes. Young readies. The pitch. Called strike three. Goes low in the zone to Brandon. And he goes down looking for the first out in the bottom of the seventh. First strikeout of the night for Luke Young. And here is Johan Fran Garcia. Climbs in the right-handed batter's box. Space is empty. Sea Dogs trailing by 5, but out hitting the Senators tonight. First pitch is fouled back into the seats for strike one. Now the fog is blowing from right to left, but the flag in center field is completely still as the 0-1 is a swing and a miss for strike two. Garcia quickly down in the count, no balls and two strikes. Time called, and Garcia steps out. Young sets the 0-2. Misses low, ball one. Sinker that time from Luke Young at 89 miles an hour. I'll ask for a new baseball. Last pitched on July 26 against Reading. One perfect inning with a strikeout. He sets again. The 1-2. Bounces low and outside, and the count evens 1-1. And Young has been up with AAA Rochester this season. prior to that July 26th outing against Reading, his last outing with Harrisburg was May 7th. He sets again, the 2-2. Low and outside, almost in the left-handed batter's box. And Garcia works the count full, very similar to Brooks Brannon. Worked the count full, but then went down looking for the first out in the bottom of the 7th. And Sea Dogs, we get to these later innings, these base runners are crucial. Young kicks and fires. Swing and a high fly ball and out of play right side. Another foul ball from Garcia. And this is what Garcia was doing leading up into his injury. He's really kind of grinding out at bats. Not going away easily. Sets at the chest, another payoff. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with the fastball at 97. And it's back-to-back strikeouts for Luke Young here in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the catcher, Ronald Rosario. Nobody on with 2 away in the bottom of the 7th. Rosario 1 for 2 with a walk. First pitch, low and outside. A fastball at 97 from Luke Young.
We've seen some speed tonight. I think Adams has the record with 98, but 96, 97.
1-0 swing and a miss, and the count evens 1-1. The fireballers coming out of the bullpen. You're talking about your Nimbus 2000.
There you go.
It was a fireball, wasn't it? Was it? This one is cracked into right field. A base hit for Rosario. 2-out single in the bottom of the 7th. Keeps the inning alive for Mason White.
Firebolt.
Oh, so close. So Mason White will look to keep the line moving. 2-out single for Ronald Rosario, and now he has a multi-hit game. Sea Dogs up to 8 hits on the night. Again, out-hitting Harrisburg 8-5, but they are trailing the Senators 8-3. First pitch, high and inside at the hands for ball 1. White tonight 0 for 3. Ground out, fly out, and a strikeout as he takes a deep breath and steps back in on the left side. 1-0. High and away, ball 2. Petrie still playing in front of the bag, holding on Rosario despite the 5-run deficit. The 2-0. This is inside, bounces away from the catcher Lomavita, but Rosario holds it first. Three balls, no strikes the count. Young sets and the pitch. Taking it all the way. It's a called strike right down the middle at 96. (3-1). Swing and he fouls it back in out of play. Count goes full. So out of the 4 at-bats in this inning, 3 have been worked into full counts. 2 so far have resulted in strikeouts. Mason White will look to change that trend here. Stands back in on the left side. The 3-1. Rosario is off. Pitch misses low, ball 4. And the Sea Dogs have runners at first and second. 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Ahead of Miguel Blaze. Already 1 for 3 today. Portland trying to put something together here. Now time is called as the entire infield comes in. And we'll talk with the pitching coach, it looks like.
While we have a second, I have to say I do just love the video board graphics that we do on these special theme nights. We saw Halloween, orange and black tonight. Everyone's nameplates are on some parchment. Because our scoreboard operator, not the scoreboard, video board operator, Ted Seavey, certainly remembered to pack his quill and ink when he came to work today.
He takes his Hogwarts schoolwork seriously.
You'll never catch him cheating like Harry did off the Half-Blood Prince. You haven't read that book yet.
Ah, but I've seen the movie.
Yeah.
The first pitch called strike right down the middle for Blaze. 2 on and 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Portland trailing 8-3. Luke Young comes set. The 0-1. Just misses low and outside, and the count evens 1-1. And there is some moving about and now some throwing in the Harrisburg bullpen. Young sets. 1-1. Swing and a high fly ball hit to shallow right field. Pichardo, the second baseman, drifting it back and makes the catch. Sea Dogs strand 2 as we head to the top of the 8th. Portland trailing 8-3 on the Sea Dogs Radio Network, presented by Verizon.
Join your favorite on-air personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from on and off the field. The MLB Network Podcast, presented by New Balance. Saturdays on MLB Network and wherever you get your podcasts.
Here we go. This is a classic road jersey for Boston. This is the first uniform I put on when I came with Boston. When you see those 2 socks together, that's one thing I know I had to do. I had to make sure I had my red socks high, okay? My 2 red socks, because, there's 2 here.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
Jeremy Wu Yellen, the new pitcher on the mound for the Portland Sea Dogs here in the top of the 8th inning. Sea Dogs trailing 8-3 behind the Harrisburg Senators. And Wu Yellen will face 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup with Cortland Lawson leading things off. Wu Yellen this year with the Sea Dogs, 2-0 record, a 6.57 ERA. Lefty faces Lawson, who climbs in the right-handed batter's box. First pitch. High and inside, ball 1, 94 from the lefty. Lawson has reached base 3 times tonight. Hit by a pitch, an error, and a walk. 1-0. This is high and inside, ball 2. Yellen earned the winning decision last time out, July 24th in Binghamton. 3 scoreless innings with 6 strikeouts. Probably his best outing of the season for Portland. The 2-0 hits softly, a one-hopper to McDonough right behind second base, fields it to his left and throws to first, 1 away. There comes Brandon Bossier.
I like that decision-making from McDonough. You could see him thinking about trying to catch that ball out of the air, but instead he waited back on it, took it off the one hop, and knew he had time to make the play.
Bossier in on the left side, lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch. Called strike on the outside part of the plate. Bossier 1 for 3, a pair of strikeouts and a walk. RBI single in the 3rd, the 0-1. This is upstairs and the count evens. ball and 1 strike. Yellen features a fastball, sinker, cutter, and a sweeper. 1-1. This is inside as Bossier spins out of the way of it. Ball 2. Sea Dogs infield shifted slightly to the right side against the lefty. Two 2-1. Swing and a miss. Chases the slider low and outside. The count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with the sweeper. First strikeout of the night for Jeremy Wu Yelland. 2 away now for Kervin Pachardo. Two away for Pachardo.
Sea Dogs pitchers have issued 9 walks, but they've struck out 12 batters. Still been showing some good stuff out there.
Pitch misses high and inside, and big ebbs and flows with the pitching tonight. Plenty of strikeouts, but then never really want that walk number to almost equal the amount of strikeouts, especially with that high of a strikeout number. Is the 1-0 pitch called strike. Count evens 1-1. Wu Yellen sets the 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Infield and outfield playing straight away. Sea Dogs trailing by 5. The lefty on the mound sets. The 1-2. Outside, and the count evens 2 balls, 2 strikes. Another sweeper from Jeremy Wu Yelland. He readies. Rosario moves to the inside part of the plate. The 2-2. Swing and a fly ball hit to right field. Nellie Taylor in on it, makes the catch. Senators are retired in order. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Portland trailing 8-3 on the Sea Dogs Radio Network, presented by Verizon.
SystemArchitecture.net, your local IT provider. Technology doesn't have to throw curveballs your way. From comprehensive technology services to hands-on expert support, our experienced IT team is here to keep things.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
Join your favorite on-air personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from on and off the field. The MLB Network Podcast, presented by New Balance, Saturdays on MLB Network and wherever you get your podcasts.
Polanco rips it on the ground. Diving stop, Ornelas throws to first. Are you serious? The no-hitter stays alive on a diving play by newly minted second baseman Jonathan Ornelas in shallow right. First pitch. He's swinging. Grounded to short. Lombard fields. Flips to second. Gets one. Throw to first is in time. And the Rail Riders toss a combined no-hitter.
And he cranks this one high and deep into right. And that ball is over the scoreboard. Well, it's his 3rd home run.
Out of Dallas, North Carolina. And he will face Max Ferguson to lead things off. Ferguson will step in on the left side. Brown has made just 2 appearances for the Senators since he was signed by the Nationals. Here's the first pitch. This is low and outside for ball 1. Signed out of the Atlantic League on June 23rd, and then pitched in 3 games for Fredericksburg before joining the Senators. The 1-0 hit hard on the ground, first base side. Petrie plays it off the bounce, just about over his head. 3 unassisted for the first out in the bottom of the 8th. So 1 away now for Nelly Taylor, and a good reaction time for Petrie. He almost just tried to duck out of the way and then also throw his glove up, hoping to make the catch. Now 1 away for Nelly Taylor. Brown was with Gastonia. They used to be the Honey Hunters, but then rebranded to the Ghost Peppers. First pitch to Nelly Taylor. Swing, hits a rocket down the right field line. A base hit for Taylor. Rounds first, heads to second. Dives in, and that's a 1-out double for Nelly Taylor, his second double of the night.
Nelly Taylor has reached base 4 times tonight, a pair of walks and a pair of doubles. He's been instrumental in trying to spark some kind of comeback energy for the Sea Dogs throughout the night.
And as that 9-hole hitter, I mean, he keeps just getting on base as the lineup turns over. Back to the top of the order now with Tyler McDonough, who has also reached base 4 times tonight. First pitch, right down the middle for a called strike with the fastball at 95. McDonough tonight, a walk, hit by pitch, a pair of singles, 2 RBI, and 2 stolen bases. 0-1. This is low and outside, and the count evens 1-1. Sea Dogs trailing 8-3. The pitch. Right down the middle, a called strike 2. McDonough now down to the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. One-two pitch. Fouls it straight back into the netting. And he stays alive. He sees another fastball from Blake Brown.
Who's also come out throwing heat, 95, 96 miles an hour.
The pitch. Off speed that time, but McDonough gets a piece of it and fouls it straight back. One ball, 2 strikes to count. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. McDonough goes down on strikes for the second out in the bottom of the 8th inning. First strikeout of the night by Blake Brown. And here comes Jack Winnick. That was just a good cutter from Brown that time. Went inside and low to the right-hander in McDonough. Winnick now back in on the right side. That batting average north of 300 at 304 now. Brown steps off. He sets the pitch. High and inside, ball 1. Brown playing again in the Eastern League after he originally was signed by Philadelphia June 18th in 2020. After he pitched at UNC Asheville. 1-0. Called strike, low and outside, and the count evens 1-1. That was picked up by Tampa Bay in the Rule 5 draft, but released after 2024. Now back in the Eastern League. 1-1, broken bat, little ground ball, shortstop charging in, throws on the run to first, not in time, pulls Petrie off the bag, and Winnie is safe at first as Nellie Taylor advances to third. Just a broken bat, ground ball hit weakly to the shortstop. Lawson did everything he could, but unable to come up with it in time. And now runners on the corners as the Sea Dogs try to get a rally together. They did this in the bottom of the 7th as well with runners on base, but this is all with 2 outs. First pitch to Brooks Brandon, misses high for ball 1. Brandon tonight, 0 for 3. 1-0. Low and outside, ball 2. Brown sets the 2-0. Swing, and he fouls it back just over the, just in front of the press box, actually. For strike 1, got jammed, it looked like, with the fastball inside at 93. Right-hander kicks and deals. Low and away, ball 3. Brown glances over to first. The 3-1. Swing and a high chopper, third base side. Ortiz has it, slings it to first. It's in time. Final out of the 8th. We head to the top of the 9th. Portland still trailing 8-3 on the Sea Dogs Radio Network, presented by Verizon.
Mainers know what to do after an accident.
Call the experts.
Call Joe.
Over 25,000 victories for injured Mainers.
Fighting and winning.
This Saturday, from historic Rickwood Field, a diverse roster of high school players look to take their game to the next level. The Hank Aaron Invitational Showcase Game. This Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern on MLB Network.
Here's the payoff pitch. Ramirez drills it deep to left center. Nelson on the chase. He looks up. It's gone! Ramirez doesn't realize it yet. It hit the ad wall. He's still running. The ball got away from Renzuyo at third. Now the umpires signal home run. It hit off the ad wall in left center fields.
You can own a piece of the minor league game. MILB Auctions lets you bid on game used and autographed bats, balls, jerseys, and more, with items added all season long. Want a piece of the minor league game? Visit MILBauctions.com.
The design for the HVR jersey is inspired from the national flag colors of Bhutan. The saffron represents the monastic division. The yellow represents the monarch. And the dragon is a white dragon, a peaceful dragon.
I think probably the coolest feature though is the druk, which is the dragon and is the national symbol of Bhutan. Really happy to integrate that.
50th birthday with KM, a New England favorite, and the hot dogs you choose for when it matters most. Enjoy KM at your nearest concession stand or find them at your local grocer. KM, the official hot dog and sausage partner of your Portland Sea Dogs. Top of the 9th in Portland. Ethan Petrie will lead things off against the lefty and Jeremy Wu Yelland. Sea Dogs trailing 8-3. First pitch, swing, and tips it foul at the plate for strike 1. Wu Yelland with a perfect top of the 8th out of the bullpen. 3 up, 3 down with a strikeout. Looks to keep it that way as the Sea Dogs have had base runners. I mean, they've had a base runner in every inning. Here's the 0-1. Foul back into the seats for strike 2.
That came at the crowd like a bludger. That was looking for someone to hit.
Rosario moves to the inside part of the plate, the 0-2. Swing, another one fouled back. This one might be playable, but no. into the seats again, and the count stays at 0-2. Portland had 2 base runners in the bottom of the 8th with 2 outs, 2 more in the bottom of the 7th with 2 outs. Had a bases loaded opportunity in the 6th, and just has had trouble scoring in those situations as the 0-2 misses low and outside for ball 1. Portland 3 for 13 with runners in scoring position tonight. They have left 12 on base so far. Lou Yelland comes set. A 1-2 misses high, and the count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2. Called strike 3, low and inside. Freezes Petrie in the top of the 9th inning.
Jeremy Wu Yellen just said Petrificus totalis and froze that batter.
Here is Caleb Lomavita. Perry's been sitting on that all night. Took 9. One. This is just inside ball 2. So for Portland in the bottom of the 9th, it will be 4, 5, and 6. Garcia, Rosario, and White. The pitch. This is outside, and the count goes full. Three-two. Swing and a miss. Jeremy Wu Yellen now with back-to-back Ks here in the top of the 9th inning. That brings up Devin Ortiz. Ortiz bats in on the right side. Lefty Wu Yellen comes set. The pitch. Check swing, foul ball for strike 1. A 1. Swing and a miss. Goes inside with the off speed at 87. Wu Yellen has the signs from Rosario. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch just misses outside, ball 3. One, 2. Just misses outside again. Two pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. And Jeremy Wu Yellen strikes out the side in order. We head to the bottom of the 9th. Portland needs 5 to tie, 6 to win on the Sea Dogs Radio Network, presented by Verizon.
Join your favorite on-air personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from on and off the field. The MLB Network Podcast, presented by New Balance, Saturdays on MLB Network and wherever you get your podcasts.
100-loss season. It's grounded. Oh, and a beautiful stop between the legs as he was facing towards the outfield. What a play by Cabrera. He throws him out at first. 2 down. Oh, you won't see this play very often. He was facing center field, and this ball, just a low skipping 1 bouncer, reaches down between his legs and picks it perfectly.
All right, so here's the Mets home jersey. To me, growing up in New York, also a very iconic jersey. The blue pinstripes that represented the Dodgers. Got the orange outline, which represented the Giants, which are the two teams that left New York. And then subsequently, the Mets were created. You know, my parents were Mets fans growing up, and this was the jersey that I also dreamed of wearing.
Bottom of the ninth in Portland. Sea Dogs trailing 8-3. Will be Johanfran Garcia, Ronald Rosario, and Mason White due up. And the Senators go to the bullpen. Again, it is Sandy Gaston, 24 years old, out of Cuba to close things out for the Senators. So Gaston, the tall right-hander. Garcia in on the right side. First pitch, a swing and a miss for strike one. Garcia today, in his first game back from the injured list, is hitless so far, but he's done a good job working long at-bats and putting the ball into play. The 0-1 misses. The count evens 1-1.
Unfortunately for the Sea Dogs, Sandy Gaston has not allowed a run since June 19th. That's 7 straight.
Swing and a miss for strike two.
Scoreless outings.
Time is called and Garcia steps out. Gaston sets. 1-2. Swing and a chopper hit third base side. Gloved by Ortiz. Spins and throws to first. It's in time. First down the bottom of the ninth inning. Here comes Ronald Rosario.
Harrisburg has been hunting down the Sea Dogs Horcruxes all night, and they're almost down to their final life. Trailing by 5 here in the ninth.
First pitch to Rosario, misses outside, ball one. One-oh. Little tapper back to the mound. Gaston has it, throws to first. And the Sea Dogs now down to their final out in the bottom of the ninth. Here comes Mason White.
I'm not even sure a resurrection stone could save them now.
Looking for anything at this point. Mentioned earlier how the Sea Dogs primarily have gotten on base these later innings with runners, or with 2 outs. First pitch. This is a little bit low, ball one. Gaston a 2-3 record, a 5.77 ERA. The pitch, swing and a foul ball left side out of play. One. Called strike two, low and inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. And that is the ball game as Sea Dogs go down in the first game of this series. They fall to the Harrisburg Senators 8-3, the final score in Portland. We'll take a break. Perry will have your post-game show on the other side of it. And an 8-3 loss to the Harrisburg Senators by the Sea Dogs tonight on the Sea Dogs Radio Network, presented by Verizon.